Hello, welcome back to another week of SDS. We have the Premier League Roundup. We missed the week last week, but the Premier League Roundup seems to be a fan favourite nowadays. What?
I was confused. I didn't know we started. I was literally, if you see we'll start the camera, I'm like this. We started.
Well, keep that intro. We're doing the Premier League Roundup. They seem to be a fan favourite nowadays. I wanted to skip this week, but unfortunately we can't. Let me introduce the cast to you quickly. I think it's the first time this season we have an unchanged lineup. So let's give ourselves a round of applause for that. Everyone's kept their place this week. Next to me, we have star player. Welcome back.
Hello. I'm back, baby.
There we go. Opposite him, we've got Faisal, Triple F.
SDS ranking first place.
Have you got 100% record this season so far?
No, I missed one.
You
week.
missed one.
I missed 1 week. I think he's ahead of me.
No, he's missed a
I
week
missed
as well.
I missed 1 week.
Oh, so same caps, yeah.
Coming for you though.
And next, and next to Faisal, I don't know who had a better debut, him or Anthony, which we're going to talk about.
Amen.
Elias is back.
The first time was so nice, I had to do it twice.
Hey!
Amen. The comments were mad love, so I was like, I bet.
Yeah,
He was waiting for that to use. He was waiting to use that.
the comments did
I've been
show.
thinking the whole time, I was like, what am I going to say?
The comments did show him a lot of love, so we decided to
Big
bring
up
him
you
back.
guys.
And also on top of that, start on a solemn note for me. And as you can see, if you're watching the visuals, the shirt he's wearing.
It's not nice. It looks disgusting.
He's
a
kissing.
beautiful
He's a Man United fan.
Team viewer.
Yeah, that's how you hack into computers and stuff. So Elias is also one. He's on because obviously he smashed it last week, but two, he's also on because he's representing Man United today. The other Man United representative we have as a cast of the show.
He's got diarrhea.
There you go. Levi apparently has diarrhea.
He's got
He
diarrhea.
actually does. Yeah. He had bad food in Toronto. So
I'm so happy he's Arsenal screaming.
okay, serious note now because I'm not happy. The first game we're going to talk about is Man United versus Arsenal at Old
Let's
Trafford.
talk about it.
Because listen, I'm not, as you can see, I'm not angry.
I'm
Because
not.
we play, there's a way to lose. And if you play well and lose, how can I be angry? You played shit and won.
Here we go.
You
Myth.
sit behind,
That's a myth,
you
bro.
sit back,
That's a
and you
myth.
use Rashford as an outlet, playing through. Of course, you got the players that could do that, Bruno Fernandes, Ericsson. But what kind of football is that? If you play that the whole season, you're not making top four.
Well, I hope every single team doesn't play 30 kilometers away from their own goal, their defense, bro. Saliba and Gabriel were literally positioned at halfway line, and apparently we're not supposed to counterattack with Rashford. You guys played in our hands so easily, bro.
Dominated the game. That's the problem.
But you can't. Hold on. There's ways of winning a game. In midfield, I definitely agree.
Yep.
And the fact is, right, Arsenal in their process are further along than United. This, for me, is, you look at the starting 11, Arteta's ideal 11. He's signed almost every single player in this 11. Ten Hag's not at that stage yet.
but it wasn't our starting 11. Thomas Partey wasn't there.
No, but my point
It was
is,
a much
like,
different game if he was there, by the way.
yeah, perhaps. My point is, like, we're, 3.5 seasons in with Arteta. I think, for the most part, like, when everyone is healthy, Arteta can line up a team that he doesn't really have any qualms with. Ten Hag can't say that yet. Like, we're still playing De Gea in goal. Every other kick goes to the opposition.
What's your thoughts on the hair?
Listen, if I speak on that guy, I'm in big trouble. I think
Oh, you're one of those.
I think for the last few years, he's been the most overrated player in the Premier League. Like, he's a myth, in my opinion. Since 2018, since the World Cup, when Ronaldo scored 3 against them, he hasn't been the same. He's got a howler in him every time, never leaves his line, can't distribute, knocks goal. He's like Leno, right? Makes the great camera save, but he's a net negative. And Ramsdale, although I don't think he's great either, is clearly an upgrade on
Purple
him.
patch Ramsdale.
So anyways, my point is De Gea, McTominay, Bruno, even Rashford up front, these kinds of players makes it very hard to control and sustain possession. Arsenal, at one point, if you remember, when they won the FA Cup, they're playing 5 in the back because clearly they didn't have the team to do that. So United's not at that stage yet. But at the same time, there's two sides of a game. How you attack, how you control the ball. Well, I say 2, 3. How you attack, how you control a game, and then how you defend. Arsenal defended horribly that game, in my opinion.
it wasn't great.
When you defend as high as you do against Rashford, who for me is one of the best outlets in the Premier League, you're asking for problems. And Saliba is quick, but Rashford is rapid, man. And so many times he got behind that back line, and you're playing with fire in the form he's in recently.
1-on-1 Rashford, like, he's more likely to score than miss. Like,
Scary.
1-on-1s, he's very good. Like, there was one last season. What game was it? 1-on-1, he got through just Tottenham or something, roof of the net.
Yeah.
Like, he's scoring most of the time. Is there a Rashford remontada? I said it before the Liverpool game. We watched it together. I remember Fabiz was here. Before the game as well,
Yeah.
I said, Rashford's going to score today. I'm going to see Rashford remontada. He's already got 3 goals. What do you think about the game, Stars? Because obviously we didn't get to watch it together.
I'm not that upset the way I would be if it was Man United again. If that makes sense, it doesn't actually. But
What did you say?
I don't even know. That's the thing. No, as in like,
start.
no, it was shit. It was a very shit start. But I wasn't upset with the game. I'll be real. We dominated, but that didn't win us the game. And I feel like I remember a tweet saying I gave Eric Ten Hag so much praise in the second half because there were so many times where you guys were looking at the outlet and it wasn't working, but you guys were persistent on it. And like you said, with such a high line, I don't think Arsenal used to someone quick in behind, if that makes sense. We played Mitch Fitch 1
it
week.
was also a naive setup from Arteta to play that high
Yeah.
against United. We know United's strength comes in transition. So you take that away from them. Like you said, there's very few ways United can hurt you outside of transition.
Yeah.
To give them that out ball for Rashford consistently, I thought was very naive.
But for me as well, yeah, it is obviously you pounced on our mistakes. The pass from Lokonga through the middle where Bruno played an amazing pass. Even he spun Saliba around with the outside pass. And then obviously Eriksen he ain't got a pacemaker on, has he? I don't know how he's playing 90 minutes.
That's that Tony Stark card
Bro,
right there.
I don't know how he's playing 90 minutes consistent and playing at such an elite level.
Yeah.
That's easy one of the best signings this season, I want to say.
Free.
For free, bro.
Joke.
Like, yeah.
But everyone thought he
fair
was-
play to Thomas Frank and Brentford for giving him a chance because we
Yeah.
thought he wasn't going to play football again.
Yeah,
And
no,
clearly
that's
he's still at the
Facts.
best. Well, let's talk about that first goal because we're talking about Eriksen. Dispossessed by Odegaard.
Yeah.
Saka picked up the ball. Incredible
Hold on, you
through
said
ball.
dispossessed. That's not the right
That's
word. I would actually use the word. I would use the word fouled. Actually,
Well, we're going to get
Dispossessed.
into it. Dispossessed by Odegaard, apparently.
One way or another.
Or fouled, whatever you want to say. Saka picked up the ball. Saw Martinelli running behind Dalot. Perfectly timed run. Perfect way he passed.
Very cool.
Great finish. Right? Great. Amazing. I'm running up and down. I was in a bar in Toronto. I ran up and down. Great. What do you think about clear foul?
I mean, as
Should the goal have stood?
a person who doesn't support neither teams,
I don't know about that now.
I think that should have been a goal.
Wow.
That should have been a goal. Listen, things looks much worse if it's replay
Slow
slow
down.
motion, bro. Like that's a normal. If that was, I reckon if that was any other team, maybe a smaller team, that would have been a foul. I think it was soft, man.
Here's the thing for me, right? Is it a clear, obvious error? That's where I kind of agree, maybe not, right? Like when you look back, it's dubious. The fact that there's going to be 4 people who probably have different opinions on it, it's not clear and obvious.
Didn't we see in the Chelsea Spurs game where Kai Havertz got fouled and the goal carried on and it stood? It's the same kind of thing.
But that's the problem
And
with
look, it's
VAR,
high up
right?
the pitch.
I
For
think
me
that-
as well,
yeah.
it's the act of the foul in terms of Eriksen was looking for the pass and he just beat him to it kind of thing.
But he didn't
Obviously,
that's the thing. He didn't beat him too. He didn't touch the ball.
Yeah, Odegaard didn't get any.
Yeah, he
of it.
didn't
Yeah.
get any of the ball.
but I know what you mean. But I feel like yes, it is a foul, but it should have. I don't know. It should have counted because I think it was very soft. But like you said, once you
You
slow it
just said,
down
yes,
and then
it's a foul.
someone's
That
speaking
means
to
But
it
then
should
again-
stand.
But then
The
again,
rules of the game.
if
you're saying it's a foul, then that's it.
No, but
It's
as in
fine.
because it was because it was out. Not I want to say out of play, but as in like we didn't know it was going to be a goal, obviously from the foul.
Yeah.
That I think it was so far on, like you said, like the Kai Havertz thing, where I believe it should have stood because I felt like you say, I felt like it was soft. But obviously, when someone's speaking in your ear and telling you to look at it, majority of the time, you know when the ref goes there, it's not like the French league, it's not like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Bundesliga where they do it straight off the bat, they go straight to the monitor just to see. Whenever we know in the Prem, whenever they go there, it's gonna get.
And that's why there's no consistency. Because if
100%.
that was, let's say, if you put 20 referees, I'll give you a high percentage of people would have not called that as a foul.
Yeah.
So that's no consistency at all.
Because the ref didn't
It's
call it,
selective.
so
It's
the ref
selective.
didn't call it, but obviously you got told in the ear, yo, you might have to check this out.
It's literally selective.
But yeah,
Have we
100%.
seen in the Premier League where the ref's been told to have a look and they turn it down or like
Off the
said
top of my head, I can't
and stuck
think
to their guts? 'Cause I don't think I've seen it. Every time I see that they get told to have a look, whatever that was, the decision, it happens.
And I
But
feel like as well, yeah,
Go on.
going back onto the Martinelli goal, say for example, Elias, with you, if that goal stood, would you have been like, okay, fair enough, he got dispossessed kind of thing, or would you have been like, nah, this is cheating and stuff like that?
I wouldn't have been totally out. Like I said, like I think it was a foul, but I didn't think it was a clear and obvious one. Like if he had decided, okay, it's not because that's the thing with VAR. You can only go back and correct it if it's a clear and obvious foul. If you have any hesitation in your mind, they tell you leave your initial decision. I wouldn't have been totally upset if he stuck with his initial guts and decided that it was a foul. Me personally, I thought it was a foul, but again, I don't think it was like clear.
in the
cut.
moment when you
Yeah.
saw the goal, did you think it was a foul or did we just got it and conceded? Because in the moment, I didn't even think about it until
Yeah,
I
same.
saw, potentially
Yeah.
foul.
Yeah,
Started showing
yeah.
replays.
I mean, I was like, hold on, did Eriksen really just like Eriksen on the ball is our most secure player in
Yeah.
possession? So I was a little shocked. Like, did he lose it that
Yeah,
easily?
he did against Brentford.
De Gea gave him. That's another one. De Gea gave him a bomb, bro.
Do you think it's the quality of the player? Let's say if you change around, let's say Arsenal was on that shoot. Yeah. Let's say Sambi was on that ball, and and it's similar situation. He lost it. Would they have called that a foul? I would have.
And we've seen similar stuff happen. I think Aston Villa at home last season. I think Sambi got hacked, dispossessed. They scored. And that could be a thing.
Reputation,
It could be a reputation.
I feel like it's definitely teams as well. Not regarding it's Man United. It's not. I'm not saying it's Man United. I think it would happen to Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham, whatever it is. But like you said, if it was Southampton against Nottingham Forest, I think that would have.
There's loads of things like it's the stature of the game, it's all that stuff.
The two referees from that game.
Salford.
Apparently, yeah.
Hold on, Paul Tierney is a Wigan fan, bro. He's a Wigan fan. There's no United bias here.
His freshly shaved head as well. But the goal disallowed. First goal of the game. Anthony.
You know what's crazy? After that Eriksen decision, you guys actually dominated the game. I think that game shook us.
Yeah.
And the Anthony goal really came out of nowhere, to be honest with you. It was a brilliant...
But that's Man United, though. This season especially, I'm not going to lie to you.
Let's talk about that Anthony goal.
Beautiful finish.
Was the end on that fault? Because Gabriel was high up. He went high up.
Yeah.
Obviously, lunged in. But I saw a video breaking down that Martinelli should have been in a better position. Zinchenko didn't look over his shoulder. Yeah. There was too many individual, even Arteta said, this isn't what they didn't listen to anything we trained on.
Yeah, it wasn't an individual. The thing with goals, right? It's almost always an accumulation of errors. It's never just one thing, unless it's a freak incident. But it's usually breaks down here, then it breaks down here, then it breaks down here.
Responsibility. Yeah.
From United's point of view, though, that's a 21 pass move that finishes in a great finish. I haven't seen that from United since Van Gaal, honestly. Yeah. We have not been building up like that for a very, very long time. And that's the thing, United in moments, they're still a very much a moments team, but they've shown now with just a few signings, Eriksen was key to that goal with his reverse pass. Anthony obviously scoring the goal, Lissandro in build-up. The few players Ten Hag has signed have all been pretty much successes. Anthony, instant impact.
You know the thing about the Anthony game, sorry, go on.
No, I don't think, because he mentioned the different players have different responsibility in terms of the floor. I think Ramsdale takes more of the blame of that goal.
100. I was going to say exactly the same thing.
Because he
showed him to go on his left foot, and his left foot.
And he went on the ground far too easy and early, bro. The moment, bro, you're as a goalkeeper, you need to stand strong.
I forgot you would know. You used to be a goalkeeper in school. Yeah, I forgot.
For a month.
For real?
Nah, he's 5 foot nothing, and he was our goalkeeper.
You're being familiar.
Literally. And should I tell the story? I love telling.
No, listen. But let me.
I know this now.
I need to break away from it for a second. We got to one cup final, our year group, and it was year 9, and it was the cup final, Harrowborough Cup final. Played at a stadium, semi-pro stadium, amazing. Faisal was the goalkeeper, yeah. We lost 2-1, I think. Fair enough, we lose. You win, you lose. The 2 goals he conceded, one was direct from a corner, the corner taker, because he's so small of him. And the second goal he conceded was from the halfway line.
Bro, you know what's crazy?
How are you going to explain this? That's what's crazy. That's crazy.
Let me say, first of all, I'm not a goalkeeper. Secondly, I came in United.
Oh, wait, I forgot this. In the semi-final, we went through penalty shootout. Because we were getting towards the penalty shootout. It was the last 5 minutes of the game. He got subbed out of goal. So someone else went out for the winning goal so he could be in goal for shootout. We won.
First of all, I was never a goalkeeper, bro.
Yeah, I remember last week you were saying 8 and 10 is my position.
Bro, it's my first year. They're like, you know what? No English, right? They're like, you know what? Just stay in goal, bro. Just stay and go. But anyway,
let's go back to Ramsdale.
Go back to Ramsdale.
I forgot you were the goalkeeper expert.
Anyway, go back here.
The week, bro. You need to put yourself out there and stay strong.
He's got a history of being too quick.
He predicts too quick,
way too quick.
But he does that. Jota's he just learns, and Jota just left him a few times. He's done that where he anticipates or tries to think it, but goalkeepers you do that sometimes.
But then, for me, it's personnel as well in terms of. We know Anthony, as a keeper, obviously you're gonna do your research and see the attackers that you're playing against. Okay, cool. This guy's predominantly left-footed. I know he's gonna try to go onto his left, bro. He opened his body. The keeper Ramsdale already went down, blocked the right hand side of the goal, and you can tell.
And before Anthony shot,
it was so open.
You knew instantly he's going to the far post.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, but I think Ramsdale comes a bit further down the pecking order for blame.
But then I've got to give credit to Rashford as well, because he slipped a pass between 2 man straight.
That's an issue.
And I was
Rashford
fair
in the
enough.
past, right? His anticipation, keeping his head up. That was brilliant from him. I think the whole move was a great United goal, but it came completely run of play. You guys were killing us.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And so let's keep going for the game, because we've got to talk about all the other games as well.
Oh,
Ronaldo comes on. 2 minutes later, Bukayo Saka scores, makes it 1-1.
That goal was coming too. That
was uncalled for though.
What?
That was so uncalled for. Like,
Well,
why?
I'm just saying,
Hey, it's a fact. There's
There was
nothing
no
wrong with
need.
that.
There was no need for you to bring. You could just gone in for Saka. Saka scored.
What are you talking about?
There was no need for you to bring
talking about
Ronaldo.
No, I'm
there's
saying
no
the
need.
facts. I'm just looking at the match facts.
There's no need for you to bring. Like you know what you did.
On the
Here.
match
Ronaldo,
facts,
58th
Yeah.
minute.
Like
comes on,
you
Saka,
know what
60th
you did. You might as well just bring. In that case, mention every sub that came on.
I will, because I actually have a problem with Arteta's
Yeah,
decisions with substitutions in the second half.
Definitely.
I actually have a problem with that, so we'll bring that up. But anyway, Saka scores 1-1. Like I said, that goal was coming. Like,
Yeah.
You know what? I still don't understand. Yeah, I'll be real. How Varane and Martinez did not get booked.
Did neither of them get booked?
They neither got booked.
Lisandro should have been booked.
That's what I'm telling you.
McTominay finally got booked, but he was playing
You had to
aggressive.
play rugby tackle to get booked.
Like wrestling,
I was looking at. I'm like the amount of times Jesus. Because I personally believe Jesus had Sandro Martinez
And
and
Varane.
Varane
Yeah,
in his
yeah,
pocket,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like he was too strong for them.
Nah, he was-
That's the thing about Rafa Varane. Yeah, I genuinely believe he's a very bad defender. You know.
Oh,
he's a very bad defender.
Bad defender.
Chill out, chill
Very
out, chill
bad.
out.
Very bad.
Sorry,
No,
very
very
bad.
bad. Look,
Chill out, chill
I'll
out, chill out,
tell you
chill
why. Yeah.
How you gonna get yourself
Chill
out
out.
of this?
No,
one?
I don't think he's a good defender. Like the way we thought he was, Real Madrid would not get rid of the defender in their going into their
Hold up,
prime.
hold up.
Chill
But
out, no, chill out.
that game proved it to me. He's not been great, bro.
Bro, you mean maybe his ball playing ability?
you
no,
just-
I'm not saying he's ball playing.
Hold
I
up.
know
He
he's ball
went
playing.
from very bad to not good to
No,
not great.
I think he's very bad. I don't rate him as bro. Jesus taught him how to play football. He was that bad.
But you showed one game,
every
but
time
you showed him you were saying one game.
every time the ball bounced, he was not, his judgment of the ball was so bad.
Bro, if you
as
think-
a center, as a world class center, how you not judging
Bro,
the ball?
if you think that's bad, Madrid City, where he cost us
he
2
sold-
goals.
he sold against
He
you, yeah,
sold
yeah,
us.
yeah.
That,
Against
that,
Jesus too, yeah,
Jesus too. That was bad. That was bad. But
Maybe he
that,
struggles against Jesus.
Yeah, bro.
Bro,
That was
literally, I was watching it. I'm looking at it going, this guy, World Cup winner.
He's not bad.
Real Madrid-
He's not bad.
He's
Very
bad.
bad
He's bad.
is crazy.
Yeah,
He's very
very
bad. Okay, maybe not very bad.
Yeah.
But I'll go bad. I don't think he's good. I don't think like Martinez. I think he's a good defender. I think you've got to play with
Yeah,
him.
he's a dog.
think
Bro.
he's
That's a
He's
dog,
good,
bro.
and his passing abilities.
Oh,
really good.
yeah.
The lines,
Through the
playing through the
lines,
channels.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But anyway, so we equalised, but pretty soon after, Rashford scores. Like,
and
makes
can
it
you
2-1.
can you
Bruno
give credit?
Fernandes.
Can you give credit to
Bruno.
the person that you said came on and then Saka scored?
Ronaldo
I'm
ran
just saying-
2 yards and frustrated him a little.
I'm just saying. Listen,
where's the credit for
I'm
Ronaldo?
not saying. I
Go on.
think his run created a space for Rashford.
He's an intelligent player, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's facts. That's
what
facts.
I'm saying.
It did.
He's running angry down the way.
But maybe he's running because he wanted the ball. You know what I mean? He got a position where he thought he'd get
That's
the
really
ball.
what I'm
Maybe.
saying. Arteta, I think, is naive. Like to go up and like you had the momentum at that point when Saka scores,
Yeah.
and then to literally be playing that high a line with Bruno on the ball and Rashford running in
That's bad.
behind.
That's
shocking.
bad. That's bad.
That's
We
cash
got, it
money,
wrong,
bro.
we got it wrong that day.
Yeah,
We got it
literally.
wrong that day because after he scored, that's what my issue was. Because it's 2-1, but we're still in the game.
Yeah.
Like it's 2-1.
And then he brought.
I would have
three
taken a
stars.
draw. Like a draw for me before the game is what I wanted. I knew United coming off back-to-back wins or 3 wins in a row.
Plus,
I knew how they were going
Arsenal's
to play. They
record
were going
at
to sit
Old
back.
Trafford is
Like
crazy.
United beat us once in the last 5 games before that. Like I'm happy with the draw. So 2-1 at that point, still happy. 66th minute, we've still got 30 minutes to go. The game's a 95-minute game. He makes 3 changes, like, all at once.
And like 3.
I'm not gonna
one
lie
of
to you,
them
I
is
re-
taking
I
out
was-
a
Vieira
defender.
and then Ketia.
Random
Or
changes.
I was happy to see
Zinchenko,
And
Vieira
just
though.
changed, obviously everything, the whole formation changed and everything.
Yeah.
And then we could see this straight after that because everyone was out of position.
Random, it's
Vieira
random.
was sprinting back. Like it just didn't
random,
work. It was. I think he got
Xhaka
that wrong.
went to left
and,
back,
and
yeah.
you know, I'm a big Arteta enthusiast. Like I'm an Arteta sexual. That's my sexuality. I'm an Arteta sexual.
Wow.
Yeah. So
So this is the pod for it.
I really
Welcome.
I really talk bad about him, but I think he got it wrong.
Yeah.
I think he got it wrong. And then obviously then Rashford makes it 3-1,
Yeah.
and by then the game's put
And
to
at
bed.
that point, United.
But I
And
felt
you,
like-
you know it's because they bought on Maguire and Casemiro. So you know the game was put to
But
bed.
then
And then Maguire comes on and gets the yellow card.
Yeah, Maguire was playing for us because if we're gonna be real, yeah, that foul that should have been a penta at Eddie and Ketia where he chested it.
I think Penny's a bit.
Bro, he didn't make no play on the ball.
I think Penny's a bit of a stretch.
Copium is crazy.
He was in the box. What do you mean?
Yeah, but I don't think it was.
It was he didn't play. He didn't make no play on the ball, bro. He grabbed him with 2 arms.
Yeah, but
Even though the game was done, yeah, obviously
It's a man's game, bro.
Bro,
What was
if
it
that was
said,
the thing is,
Graham's doing it's a man's game.
man's game.
yeah,
In
apparently.
front, in front,
you got to pick
in
and
front of
choose,
a
man.
female.
He's crazy.
But what do we think? Obviously, so we've just broken down all the goals
Yeah.
and everything. Was it like
They could have scored another one,
who
another
could take
2.
who could take more positives from the game? Because I think both teams can take positives from the game.
Definitely.
I think United massively because obviously they're not playing, like I said, compared to Arsenal, we won the FA Cup with not the system we're playing now. United, I think, are now in the Arsenal stage of like the proper rebuilding last season,
anything,
but
yeah.
United are better equipped than we were. So United, so United like are gonna do it in a quicker time than us.
I think the thing with United, right? Again, I bring up that kind of core players. McTominay played a great game. I'm not a McTominay fan whatsoever. He played a great game, but eventually he's like Casemiro has to be in the lineup. Eventually,
I think he's a bit overweight right now.
Yeah, I just
Like,
whether
it just
whether
doesn't
it's
look
that-
it doesn't
sluggish.
look with the pace right yet.
I think it's also a question of like Ten Hag has won 4 games in a row. He's going to keep rewarding the
make the
guys
change,
who
of
are
course.
you got to reward. And McTominay's been playing well, but like until those kinds of players, even Bruno, like again, great assist, but like you can't retain possession of a guy like that. He's just he treats the ball like a bomb. But until those kinds of guys are there, you're gonna have to rely on counterattacks. The thing with United though, and this is I saw a lot of people comparing Ten Hag to Oli, and it's like, oh, this was an Oli kind of performance. Ten Hag was way more progressive with his substitutions. Oli every single time, 75th minute, okay, 3 subs, without fail. And United, this team for the first time in years, bro, is actually built around defense. Like the foundation of the team is set. Like there's a grit to it. And I always say you earn the right to play. United are earning the right to play, and then from there, quality will tell. But as long as that back line is solid, and they've been solid for 4 games in a row now, you can't really complain.
What are you thinking for the season then? You think United finish higher than Arsenal?
No, I think Arsenal has a lot to take out of this game. I really think they played a good game, and it's just
That's
naive
crazy.
defending.
Yeah.
I really think like it's crazy to lose at Old Trafford and like be okay. Yeah, that's a decent result.
Yeah, that's what I was deep in. Like Arsenal were the better team on the day, but obviously.
Yeah,
You
I just
guys
think
beat us.
And the thing is,
defensively,
and it's
like,
not a bad problem to have. Like you
Yeah.
guys did a good job, but you just lacked.
Bro,
the
literally,
you guys
you know
lacked
what-
the killer instinct.
Bro,
in front of goal.
when that game finished, usually, obviously, as an Arsenal fan, I'll be fuming. It's Man
Yeah,
United.
yeah, same.
But I sat there and going, we played well. Like, I had like 3 counter-attack goals. I'm like, here's Man United football, and Bruno, Ericsson, they did their thing. I'm like, I can't get angry at it.
It's
Here's
something,
the
it's
thing,
something to
right?
work on.
Arsenal are not
It's a learning
looking to
curve for
win the
me.
league this year. Like their expectation this season is not to win the league; it's to get back in the Champions League. And at the moment, after 6 games, you guys look excellently poised to do it.
Yep.
You're what 5 games, 5
5
game
out
winning
of 6.
streak,
Yeah.
one loss at
Yeah.
Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Which you don't win at Old Trafford often. 1 win since 2006.
Yeah.
But look, I think the way you guys are playing at the moment, you have a lot of positives to take out of it.
But I'd rather lose. It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy for me to say. I'd rather lose to United at 3-1 than like Everton away from home.
Yeah, this
Where
weekend, for
I'm
example,
coming
if you
from,
lose
like-
to Everton at the
Yeah.
Emirates, okay, we got a problem.
Oh, big problem.
Oh no, yeah.
But if
like-
you asked any Arsenal fan start of the season, would you take 5 wins out of
15 out
6?
of 18
Yeah,
points.
come
Bro,
on.
you guys would have taken it. You guys would
If you
have
ask
taken
any
it.
United fan after Brentford, would you take 4 wins in a row? We'd be on cloud 9.
Yeah.
And
bro.
what
Like,
made
someone saying to you, beating Arsenal and Liverpool at the same.
and what made
crazy.
what made the defeat less maybe hurtful was, I mean, we'll come to it, that all the other teams around,
Yes,
they dropped points as well.
exactly. So we went from first to first.
So it's not as bad as
We did.
It's not a bad problem to have.
We
I
did.
guess.
It's not as bad as people making it seem
But
like.
let's talk about the other games, because obviously Arsenal was every week, every PR roundup, there's always like one highlight game, and the Arsenal United game was the highlight game, so that's the one we'll talk about for the longest time. But now we're gonna get into all the other games and spend a little bit less time on them. But there was a lot of interesting stuff that happened this weekend. It was like VAR central, lots of controversy, and one of them, Chelsea vs West Ham. Before we get into the decision, how much longer is Edouard Mendy gonna be playing, man? I just think bring Kepa back in. Just play Kepa.
He sold his soul for that AFCON.
He must have
Since
done
he
something
came
with
back
it.
from
Sold.
AFCON,
He's been trash.
shaky.
Trash.
It's been worse and worse.
I
and
think
worse.
the moment that Benzema howler that he did,
Yeah.
he
Facts.
he finished that. After that, he just finished himself as a top keeper. Because bro, before that, he was regarded as maybe top
won the
3,
Champions League and AFCON. Like,
top 3, top 4 maybe in the world. But now, bro, I can name you. This might be a hot take. I can name you 10 keepers better.
I can't even 5 keepers just in the Prem. That's better.
The Prem, like it's done.
Yeah, so Edouard Mendy just keeps on now. It's becoming more and more of a habit of making mistakes. But the game happens. Chelsea win 2-1.
Yeah.
Declan Rice goes on
Super
Twitter. See
fortunate.
Declan Rice like going
What
on
did he tweet?
Twitter. So I talking about VAR,
Yeah.
saying it's disgusting, all that stuff. Emotional, obviously, as he has every right to be. What do you think about that game? The result? Did West Ham they hard done by?
Definitely. I think we can all agree on that, right? West Ham played a strong game.
Yeah.
They're very unfortunate to come out with anything. But Chelsea, I said it on the show last week, they worry me, bro. Like, I was on Twitter all this season saying, do they need another left back for 60 million pounds? Their fans insisted yes. Do they need another center back for 85 million pounds? Their fans insisted yes. But at the end of the day, this team's main problem is they can't create
It's
chances
attack.
for shit.
It's the attack.
They can't create chances for anything. And signing Aubameyang is not going to fix that.
I was just about to ask that.
Yeah, Raheem Sterling is a great player, but he's also not going to be a guy creating chances.
They're both very good off the ball.
Absolutely.
You can't give them that. With Aubameyang, he doesn't link play.
You just spent
Exactly.
300 million pounds and your midfield is still Loftus-Cheek and Gallagher.
And
There's
they-
a huge issue with that.
And they expect Sterling to do the Eden Hazard role, where
He's not
he's
Hazard.
nowhere near Eden
Great
Hazard.
player, but he's not Hazard.
He's not like at City. He wasn't the creator. He was the one to finalize.
Yeah.
He can skip
Get the
past
chance,
players,
yeah.
yes, but like you said, pick the ball up and just drive. That's not his game.
Yeah. No, it's true. So I look at Chelsea, right? And you ask me, United, what can they do this season? I think Chelsea, honestly, out of the teams that finished top 4 last season, are the most likely to fall out of it this year.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
why they looked at it going. Obviously, yeah, they were short on defenders, whatever. But I don't know why they looked at it going. You know what? Let's just keep improving that defense and let's not worry about. Like I said, Kante, he can't play 90 minutes.
He's one
no
leg,
more.
bro. It's
Kante
done.
anyways,
Kante's
Kante and
done.
Jorginho, their contracts expire
Yeah.
at the end of the
Kovacic
But
season.
as well.
Jorginho, yeah, he can't play.
Kovacic-
Jorginho, he can't play. Like he's good, but like he can't play in the midfield three. Like all Chelsea fans say, don't start Jorginho.
In terms of defensive, I get it. Like you had, I think Rudiger left.
Yeah.
I think Christensen left, and Aspie is finished.
But here's the thing:
So
you
I-
need to replace them with like £100 million players. Like Fofana is a huge. He's a great player.
Exactly. But
Bro.
and then Koulibaly. But then,
But then I don't. You know what I don't understand is as well with that Tuchel. I swear he was trying to play 4 at the back.
Bro.
he was.
Tuchel,
So
I'll say
high.
this
I
right
think he
now.
has no intention of playing. for
Tuchel
Liverpool.
is lucky that Roman Abramovich is no longer
Oh,
the owner of
yeah.
Chelsea.
He'll
Bro,
be
he
gone.
would have
He'll be
been
gone.
gone.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
he would have been
He'll
gone
be
from the
gone.
start of the
Yeah.
season.
He'll be
Bro.
gone.
They don't do trophyless seasons at Chelsea, let alone 2 in a row. I think he's very lucky. We'll see how long Todd Bowley lasts with this guy because maybe he'll have a little more patience than Roman.
Yeah, of course, he's a
But-
new owner. He's not going to
Yeah.
now just start disrupting the camp. He's giving him players. He's going to give him more time. But yeah,
I
that,
heard as well with Zachary, he's injury prone as well.
That's another defensive player.
yeah, that's an interesting signing. I know it's a loan, right?
Yeah.
Interesting signing. But let's talk about the Cornego.
Oh, it's
So
a
corner.
beautiful finish.
And
Crazy, yeah.
like the celebrations, the West Ham players. You see like Chelsea youth player Declan Rice kicking the corner flag.
Yeah.
Emerson literally just left him, slide tackling, going nuts. And then obviously it doesn't get given and stuff like that.
You know, goals like that, they deserve to be stood because it's you can't dream situations like
But
that.
that was
man.
disgraceful.
It's
bro.
amazing.
That's disgraceful.
The,
Like,
the
that-
decision, right?
the decision, disgraceful decision. Like, he didn't. Come on, mate. That was. You know, that's when I said the Odegaard situation was soft. That was soft.
You know what's even worse?
That's
It's not even about it
acting.
being
that was
soft.
acting, bro.
The problem with it's not even about being soft. This is like not being able to read a footballing situation. Like there is no way Bowen cannot jump jump 3 feet in the air and avoid
It's
Mendy.
bad. I've got a Declan Rice tweet. So this is what he tweeted after the game. So first it said the first tweet was that's up there with one of the worst VAR decisions made since it's come to the game. Shambles. And then Adrian Durham from Talksport quote tweeted saying I can't disagree with this. Hard to understand what's going through the minds of VAR and then the on-field ref. And then Deckers said can't believe the ref has even been asked to go take a look at the monitor. Cannot see how they've come to that decision. And then obviously Rice calmed down a bit after and tweeted saying sorry for the frustration, but there's so much at stake. To have that go against you in the 90th minute is gutting.
You know as well with football. Me personally, yeah, they should let the emotions come out, let the personality come out, man.
We're seeing
Situations
that.
like
Look, but Zaha did that in the midweek game where he just was disappointed in his team.
because like you said with
Declan Rice
NBA
as
and
well.
everything, they speak their
yeah.
mind, bro.
Proper.
They speak their mind. They don't care. Like whereas football, it's like robots, man.
That's a whole nother
I
subject,
prefer
though.
those situations where you come out of a game to yeah, we got robbed, this, that.
I love that.
Yeah.
But then they all get fined and all get.
Okay, fine. But then again, he went to the VR screens, bro. He didn't check any different type of replays. It was the same replay all over again, and it's the same replay because apparently he was behind Kone, so he wasn't far away. The angle was good for him.
Yeah, so
and he still
he
got
just
wrong.
saw.
I just even think about it. Even if he had hit him harder, right? Like the fact is, if you put yourself in that situation,
You have to hit. Yeah,
bro. Like this is just natural.
You can't
reaction.
control yourself.
Bowen is not like in midair, like okay, let me jump 2 feet higher so I don't touch Mendy.
And
That's just
Mendy
a
was
real
Mendy was
situation.
nowhere near the
Right.
ball as well.
That's what I was thinking. Now he was nowhere near the ball. He knew he messed up.
Yeah.
Forget it. Let me just start acting.
You got to add context to the situation. I think that's the problem with VAR. They just look at it like in its sole thing. Is it a foul or is it not a foul? But like the context of it is that's a real life situation. You can't jump any higher midair.
Yeah, like Chelsea got away with this one, but these are habits this season we're seeing from there. It's not looking good. How do you think they're going to get on this season?
I don't think they're
Chelsea or
top
West
It's not a top four.
Chelsea.
It's not a top four.
four. I don't think they'll make top 4.
Who had them in the top 4 before the season started?
Me.
You had them. Did you?
Nah.
Yeah, I did. But
So-
I thought
We do predictions every year
Yeah,
before
yeah.
the season starts. I think we should do another one, updated one after now that the window's done. But if you guys want to see that, we'll get it for next week.
Just your one prediction though. Do you still have them top 4?
Would it change now?
now because back then when we did it, I was basing this because we did this in like July.
Yeah.
So I was basing it on let me see what the transfer window looks like if they're gonna bring in attackers, the centre backs and whatever, and change it up. But now I'm like, I'm leaning on them 5th, 4th, 5th. Like
Right, more-
depends on their run,
yeah,
innit?
More VAR decisions happen in the league. Well, let's go to the next one. City versus Aston Villa. Man City looked untouchable the last few weeks, and then this season, the Premier League,
Steven Gerrard.
everyone's just dropping. Everyone can drop points to anyone, and it's looking interesting. Obviously, it could be one of those ones where right now it looks so open, but it could be one of those ones where come just after the World Cup time, City can go on a 12-game winning streak and it's done.
Yeah.
But
As they do.
they drew to Aston Villa.
Yeah.
There was disallowed goal at the end, Philippe Coutinho.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
What, the decision?
Yeah.
He was onside, bro. It's not about being that better.
Okay,
It was
let,
on.
me, let me ask you guys a
That's what I'm
question.
saying.
Let me ask you guys a question. Obviously,
It's on, but the players stopped.
yeah,
so
like
would he have
John
scored that
Stones,
goal?
John Stones
That's
would have
what I
got
meant.
out to him.
Would he have scored that goal if the players didn't stop?
But the fact,
That's not his fault.
would he have, that's the problem with VAR, I guess. But like,
Yeah,
it didn't happen. Like, he didn't stop
But
it.
you're
right?
meant to. But the thing is, you're meant to
carry on.
carry on and then review it after.
Yeah.
The ref
Blew the whistle.
signaled that the game like it was
Yeah.
offside. That's not happening
They
anymore.
didn't
Right?
even go back and look at it. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah,
for me.
you're
They
meant
pick
to
and
let the
choose,
play
bro.
run on, even
Yeah.
if you're suspicious it's offside. Let the play
It's
run on,
like
let the
it-
goal go in, then the flag goes up, then they review it.
It's like a couple of seasons ago. You remember the Jude Bellingham
City.
against City,
Yeah.
where they stopped it without even like let as you said, let the play continue and then think.
That's
Then
my
review
biggest
after.
issue with VAR, right? Like, everyone's like, oh, you need VAR at the end of the day because whatever you think of it, you want the right decision. But bro, there's so many wrong decisions still happening.
So I think there's no one really knows the rules of VAR.
Only in England.
In
Only in
It's
England.
weird. Like I feel like
La Liga as well,
I feel
man.
like
It's
no
bad.
one
It's
really
as
knows
bad.
the
It's
rules.
as bad.
Even the
bro.
referees themselves, I feel like they don't actually know. Should I blow it? No. Wait, shall they don't. I don't think
They don't know.
But how
They
many
don't know.
meetings do they have before the season starts and everything?
And you got two
Loads.
people at the top watching it as well. So you got two decisions, like two people telling you, okay, cool, yeah.
But they're just random guys in a van and saying whatever. Like it's like, come on, man. Let them like what's going on? Like
bad.
that's nothing. Like people that are like halfway across the country
Yeah.
are like making the
They're
decisions.
in Wembley, I think.
No, they're like near the training ground. I think like St George's Park
That's
kind of
what it is,
area.
yeah.
Like up north. It's like what's going on? Like it's mad. But City dropped points anyways, which is good for us.
Yeah.
Haaland, those keeps.
Haaland scored again.
10 goals.
That Kevin De Bruyne ball perfect. Emmy Martinez, I went over him though a bit too easy.
He can't sleep today. He can sleep after that game as well.
He struggles to sleep.
He said he got a few more hours, I think. He said.
I can't believe
Still
he
think about
did.
the Arsenal game.
I can't believe he did an interview afterwards as well. Talking about the Arsenal game. Remember he was sitting down after the Arsenal game. I said, just leave it alone,
Yeah,
man.
he's
It's
obsessed
been
with
2
Arsenal.
years.
But fair play to Gerrard though. Like a lot
He's a
of
bum.
listen.
Yeah, I ain't giving
He's a
him- I
bum,
ain't
man.
giving
There's
him
no
the-
credit
A
for
lot,
bums.
no. A lot of nonsense have been thrown. Deserved nonsense for me as well. But fair play, like coming back in City, bro, it's not easy.
City
It's
dominated that game
it's not
obviously
easy,
as they
and
would.
It's
They
not
dominated
easy.
the whole
And that
game.
pass from Jacob Ramsey,
Yeah,
good
balling.
pass.
Yeah, but let's talk about another Haaland goal. That's 10 goals now in 6 games.
You can I say
Yes,
something?
we haven't seen each other since I made that statement.
You haven't.
I saw you. I saw that you
Yeah, I saw his
mentioned
video. He's the
He
best goal
said
scorer
the
in Premier League
best
history.
goal scorer in the Premier League ever. So that's basically better than Lucito, better than TT, better than Aguero, Fernando Torres, Prime Torres, Drogba. So many names.
it. Just not Ronaldo.
But here's the thing. What is the
Not better
best
than
goal?
Ronaldo. Ronaldo's the greatest goal scorer in history of football.
What did you mean by best goal scorer in Premier League
It
history?
made sense in my head when I did. Listen,
Go
this
ahead,
is,
yeah,
this is
explain
straight
it.
after the game.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it was straight after he scored another hat trick.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like in terms of a natural ability to be able to score, to put the ball in the back of the
Yeah.
net, I think he's better than Henry, the Suarez, because they have more to the game. Henry was like a fast.
I hear what
tricky
you
score-
mean. I hear
like,
what you mean.
Henry is a great goal scorer, but Harry Kane's a better goal scorer than Henry.
I'll tell you
Goal
this
scorer,
though.
like I'm talking about the knack to score goals.
yeah, I hear what
you
you're
know,
saying.
to put the ball in the back of the net. Haaland, I've not seen anything like him, and I'm talking about he knows where to be. You see, his movement is like so aggressive. Like he run that way, and like no, the ball's probably gonna go there.
I hear you.
Like, did you watch everyone watched the MJ documentary? You see when Dennis Rodman was talking about the rebounds,
Yeah.
and he knows where it's gonna come back.
Yeah,
and
his
that.
instincts are
It's
amazing.
like that with Haaland, and even the way he talks about scoring goals, he just loves scoring. I don't think there's anyone apart from Ronaldo, like I said.
I wouldn't even say Ronaldo. I would say Aguero. Aguero, I would
Aguero,
put in that
Aguero's in that
conversation.
category as
Yeah,
well.
I know what you're talking
there's-
about.
You know what I'm
yeah.
talking
No,
about?
but
I couldn't really
no, you
articulate
know
it
what-
well, but you know what I'm talking
I see,
about.
but you know what? That's why I mentioned it.
You wanted to see in my face, face to
Bro,
face.
that's the alley-oop, bro. That's the alley-oop.
He
Well,
played
he's
you.
just something else. Like, and it took me 5 games to see it to decide that.
Here's the thing with City, though,
go on.
right? I think they're gonna win the league because
They
you look the
definitely-
second best team at the moment, but even you guys,
6
I think
games,
like
bro.
City are a better team than you
Yeah,
guys at the end of the day.
yeah,
There's no
easily. shame
shame in that. This is the best team for me.
Where's
on the planet.
City's like little brother?
No,
They play like them, same parenting, same everything.
They're like your grandparents, all right? Bro- but regardless,
Little brother.
I do think like City, if they have any flaw whatsoever in City, this is a minor flaw. Like for anyone else, it'd be a luxury, but for them, it's a flaw. I look at their wingers, and they're even playing Bernardo on the right now.
Yeah.
Mahrez is my guy. Everyone knows that. But I think he's on the decline. Grealish, I always said he wouldn't fit at City.
Yep.
Foden has started the season really poorly individually.
gonna
Foden's
speak about
very
Foden.
fortunate.
Yeah.
Very
Very
fortunate.
fortunate.
I told
homegrown
you,
tax is
because
saving him.
because and he's obviously seen as like
The star
if
boy.
you look at like Saka and Foden, and this isn't me being crazy, but
Saka's better.
it's not mad to say that
Saka's better.
because Foden plays in a team where even if he plays bad, he's down a Man City team where like he can still get away with it, still win 3-0, but he had a bad game. Saka can't play. If Saka plays bad, we don't do well at all.
I hear you.
Like Saka, and for 3 seasons straight, has been our best player, and he carries our team. Foden, obviously natural ability, yeah, probably he's better than Saka. You can see that what he can do,
Yeah.
but he's so fortunate. If Saka was in that Man City team on the wing, as you're talking about, he would eat.
I completely agree. I just look at
Under
those
Pep as
options.
well.
I look at those options, and for me, this is why I had a problem with City losing Sterling and Jesus in the
I'm
same
gonna get comments,
window.
by the way, saying, Sharky brought Arsenal involved into it. It
Yeah,
had nothing to do with
like,
Arsenal.
again.
Go on.
Again. Well, go back to that. You
wingers
mentioned
thing, yeah.
Bernardo going on right wing. That's the only way for him to do it if he wants to put Gundogan.
No, I get that, but like I just think Sterling and Jesus were so important for
Yeah,
City
100%.
because they can stretch the
100%.
pitch. They go wide. They're aggressive. They're just more
Their
direct
pressing
than
is very
Mars.
good as
Yeah,
well.
they're just more direct than Mars and Grealish, who like to have the ball at their feet.
What
more
happened to
touches.
Grealish?
I think he came back from injury
He's
recently.
injured. He's got.
But the fact is, like, look, it's just a bad fit at City, in my opinion. But regardless, I think losing those two, I think the X factor here is Alvarez. I
He
think,
needs to
Yeah,
start.
yeah,
I
I'm a
think
big fan
City
of
needs
him.
to start
Big
him.
fan of
He
him.
needs to play.
He's another one who can score goals.
Because here's the thing with Haaland, right? Haaland's best attribute hasn't even been shown. In transition, Haaland is disgusting. But because City they play deep blocks, it's harder to get that. But if you stretch the pitch, get him more space, Haaland, if he's scary right now,
No,
I
he's
think
terrifying.
he can even get
He's
even scarier.
He is terrifying. I saw
Yeah.
someone tweet as well saying, while everyone's playing the World Cup in like December,
He's
Haaland's got
chilling.
6 weeks.
He's
where
chilling.
He's a
just, like,
robot too,
where he's
bro.
just pounding the ball against Scott Carson, like just taking shots at Scott Carson non-stop.
They're gonna reboot
Like,
his system.
Yeah,
He's a
he's
robot.
gonna recharge
Bro.
for 6 weeks.
Who do you think benefits from like the World Cup happening? Like what teams do you think benefit from World Cup happening?
I mean, who are the big players? Salah won't be going.
Salah's
Haaland
won't
won't
be going. I
Do you think them not playing will make them better, or like
As in like,
weeks
with-
layoff
as in
isn't
like,
great?
yeah, that's
Six
what
week
I'm saying.
layoff isn't great. That's a long time. Like,
But then for players in that caliber,
They're
maybe
not- yeah, but
rest is needed as
yeah,
well.
but 6 weeks isn't a rest. That's longer than preseason.
Yeah.
You know, That's
I
not
think
a
they'll
rest.
go on holiday. Is there a holiday after the World Cup as well?
I doubt it.
No, but they won't.
You-
they won't
you
get
wanna go straight back
into
into it,
They won't
no?
but they won't get straight back to it. I think they need like a week off, maybe.
Here's
like a
the thing,
friendly.
too,
I don't
right?
know.
All these
and some
players-
countries will go out
That's what I was
early.
gonna
Yeah,
say.
yeah. So
6 weeks is like the guys who make the final.
Yeah,
Those guys
exactly.
are gonna be
Yeah.
back in 2 weeks, bro.
exactly.
Going back to Haaland, do you guys
Riyad Mahrez
reckon?
already back.
Do you guys reckon he'll break Salah's record?
The season. Yeah.
Haaland.
If he's no injuries, stay
Yeah.
injury free.
Bro,
Yeah,
10 and 6. Are you crazy?
Got 10 already, and 10 is what like you want. Like 20 is where you say is an elite Premier League striker. He's got half of that in 6 games.
That's
If he gets like 18 in October,
All he has
it's
to do,
already long.
All he has to do is score another like 20 the rest of the season,
he's a jerk.
and he's got 30.
He's a joke.
But City did. But we can praise them as much as you want, but they drop points again.
Newcastle, no,
They
this
drop points again.
I think they're lucky City that Liverpool is really poor this year.
Yeah.
I think the league in general, there's no clear number 2 candidate. Maybe it's you guys, but yeah.
But even still, like we got 9 games in October.
Yeah.
Like we got a thin score. We didn't make
There'll
any
be a
signs.
fall-off for
Yeah, so
I think
it will
Thomas
even out.
Partey's back now.
Everything balances out in the end. So I think we will get that top 4, but the top 2 will be the top 2. Yeah.
I think City, to be honest, I could see them winning it by plus like 10.
Yeah, yeah.
12
this
points.
season,
Yeah,
especially this
dominate.
I
season.
don't think you're going to
Especially this season.
They'll
I
comfortably
don't
win
know,
it.
you
But
know.
yeah, I think they'll comfortably win it. But let's get
No,
on to
they'll
the
win
next
it.
game.
I think they'll win
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
but I don't think it'll be
Who's
as
going
confident.
to cut them chase them close? Liverpool.
No,
Arsenal?
as in like I don't think it'll be like a 100-pointer
Spurs.
one. I don't think it'll be like a
No,
100.
no,
My
100
point
points.
is-
Saying like the
yeah.
gap between first and second would be like a 10-point gap,
Yeah, I guess.
like a big one. But let's go on to the next game. The other team that were expected to do well this season, Liverpool.
IKEA.
0-0 draw in the most like that was a very entertaining 0-0
Yeah.
draw. Jordan Pickford as well, by the way. He just has these games.
It turns into Yashin, bro.
Like,
Prime love Yashin.
He's England's number 1. Like I
Yeah.
think he should be England's number 1. Like he
Him
has,
or Pope.
I said
Pope's good
Pope
as
the
well.
other week, and then Pickford plays like that. And like, what can you say?
But like he said, that's what Pickford has that one game in God knows how
Yeah,
much.
against
consistent.
Chelsea.
he had it against Chelsea last
it was
season. Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about this game. Liverpool Everton 0-0. Another
Connor
game.
Cody.
Liverpool dropped points.
I predicted Liverpool to win the league this
Connor
year.
Cody got the goal disallowed.
Yeah.
He was Liverpool captain in the under 21s. He was Liverpool through and through.
It didn't show in his celebration.
He played for
Oh,
Everton.
he went
Scored
crazy.
for Everton and then went great. But I like that though,
Yeah.
man.
But guys, Everton played very well that day.
They did.
The midfielder as well. Is it Onana?
Onana.
I loved him, man.
Good player.
Can we talk about Iwobi, bro?
It will be, yeah. It will be.
It's changed. It's changed. When he moved into an 8,
It will be.
Well, if
Oh,
you talk
man.
about Remontada, he's had one of the biggest
Yeah.
remontadas.
But the thing for
In
him is
terms
like,
of-
because you got to also realize like he's played under so many different managers already at Everton, like so many different managers. Yeah, there's so
And
many.
Lampard's the one that.
So
that managed-
obviously like it's imagine you're signing for a team and then different managers. Like every time you get a new manager, it's like it's a clean slate. You got to now fight for your place. You start getting on the games, all that stuff. But
He's
now
always the
you got-
scapegoat too.
and that as well. Oh, we got him for 40 million. He's not that good.
Yeah.
Put him, he's a good midfielder. He's
Their best player for me.
Left
This year.
side him in. It's like another Joe Linton story.
Yeah.
Another
True,
Joe Linton story.
true.
But 0-0.
Yeah.
What's going on with Liverpool?
I don't know. Like again, like I predict them to win the league this year. I really thought.
Same.
A lot of people
So
do
did I.
that. 3 people on this table. did that.
I thought they
Yeah.
would, and now it looks like a stupid take.
But you said something about you want to spec Salah.
I
He's not
thought-
scored yet. He's yet to score. I think we've all got him on FPL. Let us down.
I
sold him last week.
I saw him 2 weeks
My
ago.
God.
After
He-
Bournemouth, I said
he's-
I've had
bro,
enough.
he's-
I had enough.
He's let me down more.
9 goals, you don't get a single goal.
Bro, I said I'm
contribution.
done.
He's let me down. I've captained for the past 3-4 weeks. But
You're
FPL
letting yourself down at this point, bro.
FPL is FPL. But in terms of actually like bias aside, forget the game and forget FPL game. I think he has been misplayed this season. So like his roles changed completely.
Yeah.
He's now been the creator of the team because of the sake of Darwin Núñez.
Yeah, but he's not been playing.
Huh?
But Firmino was killing them.
Got a free kick ban.
That I don't understand. But bro, he's got the most chances created in the league. More than KDB. I think it's 24, 25. And bro, he's got full shots on target.
You see, you can check that.
One of those chances created, there was a big chance.
The most
created.
great chances in the
But only
Prem.
one of them is a big chance created.
Is it Salah? Oh wow.
Yeah, but one's a big chance.
Only one of them is a big chance
Chance
created.
created can sound nice.
Yeah.
It's like putting a
Bruno
cross
had
in.
the chance created like most in Europe, bro.
Well, last game, the last minute to Bobby, that nice pass last minute.
I won't deny he's playing well. Yeah, better than probably.
But what I don't like is from the media. It's that, especially that Graham Souness came out and said, he got his contract. He got his contract now he's just chilling. Bro, did you guys see that clip? That 60-minute, it was a corner to Liverpool. Yeah, corner to Liverpool. It got cleared. Demar Gray took it, went past Milner, and then straight, and then he passed it to Maupay. Maupay missed. Bro, Salah from that corner ran all the way to Liverpool defense, bro, and tackled, bro.
You
He
know
was
what
part
it
of
is,
it.
though,
But
right? Salah's
my
just a
problem-
natural guy. At the end of the day, like he's always the guy that people are gonna look at.
And he's
That's the
hated for no
reality.
reason, bro. People don't look at Son, bro. Son's got
Liaz,
no
I need
goals,
you to talk about Salah, please.
no goals and no assists, bro. And you
I
hate
really
He scored
See
the
off
open.
the-
He scored
off your
against
chest.
Southampton first game.
Yes, I'm loving
Son.
it.
I think he might score the
Son's
first
got no
game.
goals.
Did he score the first game?
Son, yeah. Let's forget about Son. Because if we speak about him, we'll be in trouble.
We ain't even on Spurs yet.
But that's what.
Yeah, we're not on Spurs yet, don't we?
But that's my point, though. The media's not talking. They talk about Salah, but where's the Son criticism? Where is it? I can't see it.
You're right.
But do you think, yeah, Liverpool just didn't hit with Darwin Núñez, even though it's early in the season?
Liverpool, no.
But do you feel like because Darwin Núñez does miss chances?
I'm not a fan of Darwin Núñez personally.
Like he had that quality
He's gonna
shot on the
score you
volley.
goals, but honestly, they're going to be the ugliest 25 goals
Yeah.
you'll ever see in your life. Whether it's like a deflected shot, whether it bounces off his head, like they're just going to be ugly goals.
He just doesn't. For me, it just doesn't feel like a Liverpool player.
No, under club, they've never played with an out-and-out number 9. It's been Firmino, it was Jota at one point, it was Mane down the
yeah.
middle. It's never been like that big traditional number 9. And actually, to be fair, that's where football's kind of going back to. We talk about Giroud. Like, there's the big man is coming back.
back.
But I think Liverpool, like you said, Salah now is basically playing as an actual winger, which hurts his goal contributions. Trent, I think, is being hurt from it more than anyone because now that whole right-hand flank, Salah's
It's being used as
occupying it.
Salah.
You know
He
who's been
can't- he
shit
can't
as well?
occupy it.
You know who's been shit as well this season? Robertson.
Oh,
I think
Tsimikas is better.
Tsimikas
It's
needs to
clear
start.
No. One per Fabinho. Poor.
For longer
That's
than
why.
the season,
That's why he
though.
got
For
dropped.
longer.
That's my
For
nine.
longer than the season.
Poor. But you know what? I feel like Liverpool know they've made a regret signing in Darwin Núñez, but they're taking it out because of the fee.
But here's the one thing.
What about
we don't-
tiredness?
I don't think Núñez should get all like Núñez is the easy one because he costs so much money. Liverpool made a huge mistake in not reinforcing their midfield this season. That's the biggest
That's a bowl.
one, right?
That's the biggest bowl.
Thiago is not reliable. He's a brilliant player, but he's not reliable.
Yeah.
He misses 10 games a season, and this year it looks like it's going to be more than that. And then you're playing Henderson and Milner against games like United. This game they're playing Carvalho and Elliott, who are great talents, but in a Merseyside derby, those are the guys you're going to war with.
You should never do that.
Bro, 100%. And then you sign Arthur on the last day of the season. That's terrible squad planning from Liverpool. And I think, look, they've failed to basically the best teams in the Premier League, whether it was United, whether it's City right now, Chelsea at one point, every single season they reinforce to stay at the top. Liverpool have failed to do that, whether it's their owners, whether it was Klopp getting complacent, but they're paying for it now. The best continue to get better to stay at the top. They weren't willing to pay the money for
Or do you feel like, I feel like tiredness comes into it because obviously they played a lot of games. But like you said as well, I think so many players levels have dropped compared to last year. Like you say, Van Dijk.
But don't you also
Robertson,
think when you stay like
Salah.
I remember Liverpool when they lost the Champions League final to you guys. A day after they signed Fabinho, a week later they signed Alisson, and then 2 weeks later they signed Keita. Those are intentful signings, and it also boosts the whole morale of the squad up. Let's go to war again. Liverpool were in 4 basically finals last year. They could have won 4 trophies. They barely missed it. And then to go into the new season, you lose Mane, who's one of your talismans, and basically don't reinforce whatsoever. And then they say go and repeat that. That's a huge ask for the squad.
And you know all that, and you predict them to win the league.
Yeah.
The way you say it right now,
Yeah.
the way you break it down right now, you've pointed every
You're
reason why this is happening right now, why they're dropping.
Maybe I just want
No,
to
you're right.
No,
You're
but
right. You're right, man. But it comes down to complacency. I think they went into this season like, you know what, that's fine. We'll finish second. We'll compete with thing. Bro, little do they know, injuries just cost them. Literally. But
It's not even that for me. It's like you said, I think too many players dropped off at the
way
same
too
time.
many.
Like you said, on paper, obviously, us three especially, we looked at it saying, okay, cool, Darwin Núñez can replace, he had a good season, he can replace Mane in the sense. Diaz's level is going to step up.
Yeah.
But we didn't expect Fabinho to turn out the way he is now, especially Robertson. I think Tsimikas needs to start.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Van Dijk doesn't look like he's an aura guy now.
This
Trent,
season hasn't been.
he's struggling.
Trent has 3 assists in 2022, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Like, for his standards,
That's
that's
shocking.
poor. That's
I
very
don't
poor.
know.
their best player is the goalkeeper at the moment. Alisson saved him. Like that saves he made.
He's been saving
more
him for a minute.
pay to McNeil thing. But I think I think the problem is I think a big criticism has to go on Klopp. Bobby's played 2 good games. Why would you drop him just because Darwin Núñez is back from suspension? Like, especially in a game like this.
Klopp's 7th season, guys. Look at it at Mainz, look at it at Dortmund. Every single time it ends in tears. The 7th season. That's when he leaves. Mainz get relegated. Dortmund finished 7th. Liverpool.
And tactically, he's not one of the best.
I
as well.
agree. That's a hot take, but I agree with it.
He's
I
not-
agree with it.
He's not a tactical manager. He's a father figure manager.
Yeah.
There's different types of
not one the
managers.
best.
He's a father figure guy.
I don't think he's tactically flexible.
He can't adapt to the game.
Yeah.
Like in game, his in game management is nowhere near the elite, like the managers that you call.
I don't think
elite.
you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong.
I don't think you're
That's
wrong
not
either.
ridiculous to
There's
say.
different styles of managers, but his ones work for him because he is a good motivator. He gets the best out of his players, but not tactically. But you got coaches like Pep Linders looks like a tactical coach.
Yeah.
You know, so he's got a good team around him. But let's move on. We had 2 5-2 wins, very very impressive wins. We'll go Brighton first. We've got Brighton versus Leicester first. Leicester, what's going on
Potter,
there?
You're a genius, bro.
What's going on with Leicester?
I think I want to kind of bring it back to what I said
Go
about
on.
Liverpool.
Go
Bro,
on.
when you don't sign any single players in an entire window, and keep in mind, this is a team, right, that 2 seasons in a row, 1920 and 2021, they spent over 90% of the campaigns in the top 4. 90% of the season. And then they choked top 4 on the last day of the season twice in a row.
They were top 4 clubs.
Top four.
It's not hard. It's not easy to be top 4. Like,
Exactly. And that was a period when Arsenal were kind of in a rebuild, Spurs, United. I think that was a massive opportunity to like affirm themselves as a top 6 staple. And they missed a chance. The amount of money they would have been able to bring in.
It's weird though because I've given them since they won the league.
Yeah.
Their recruitment's been incredible every season.
Yep.
They won the league, and like I said, they've stayed in that top 4 place area because they lost Kante. Obviously, you lose Kante, Morris. Their replacements have always been incredible.
Yep.
Like the
Maguire
Johnny
and
Evans.
Fofana. Like how much money they made?
They made so much money for Maguire, Fofana, the Johnny Evans, the Tillemans, all these the whole complete different team for the win. Yeah,
I think they've missed the last couple of years,
but
and they're just
now it's
getting it back now.
Now it's done. Like now,
And it shows this summer.
I don't see them getting back into that top 4.
Nowhere near. And this summer, this summer they've only signed one player. Literally one player. And
And it was just to replace Fofana.
just replaced, and he's
They
injured.
lost Schmeichel.
That's probably the heart and
upgraded
soul of that team as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They lost Schmeichel and they're like, okay, Ward, you're our new goalkeeper.
We have 2 goalkeepers.
Yeah, didn't even sign a goalkeeper. Ward.
Against Brighton, I'm going to talk about one of the centre was Ndidi. He's not even a centre back.
Yeah, no.
They played Didi against Chelsea. Was it not Chelsea? I remember they played someone else. He played him centre back against United.
Yeah.
But one thing that he
Best defensive
finally
midfielder.
did though is it took him 5 games so far?
games.
6 games to finally
Vardy.
play the darker and play Kelechi.
But you got to understand, for me as well with Leicester, they've got so many players that want to leave, and they've not been given
But
that.
that's
and
my
that
whole point.
fucks up the whole.
That's my whole point. If they had
from
made the
forever, yeah.
Champions League even one of those seasons, you kind of get faith in the players. Like the players want to stick around for the project. You're looking at a completely different Leicester right now if they made the Champions League one of those 2 seasons.
100%.
And now you missed both of them. I think Brendan Rodgers' voice is probably getting repetitive for them. They probably need a new voice to motivate them. And they're in a situation where, you just lost Fofana, your best defender. You just lost Schmeichel, who's the heart and soul of Leicester City.
Yeah.
And they didn't sign any players. They just said, okay, go into the season and do what you can.
Was that a difference? Go on. Then.
And on top of that, you've got 2-3 players who want to leave this summer.
Yeah, Tielemans.
Tielemans, Madison.
Newcastle, yeah.
That Madison mistake for the Brighton first or second
Disgusting.
goal. It's disgusting, but it's a mistake that Madison would never make.
Yeah.
But that's just like the whole focus around Leicester.
They don't
right
care,
now.
bro.
It doesn't look.
They're
Doesn't
not
look
playing for
great.
Rodgers anymore.
And at one
Doesn't,
point, Ward, there was a chance that I think Brighton missed, and Ndidi and Ward,
Yeah.
they were arguing, bro. In game, they started cussing each other.
Yeah.
But like you said, you look at Tielemans. He's like, okay, cool, I might play average or whatever. I'm gone in the next
Yeah,
8
thanks.
months. I don't care.
And
Madison,
he
same thing.
knows
Like,
he's not getting replaced. He knows
Yeah.
that I'm having a dead game.
I'm still gonna start next week.
I'm still gonna start. Like who's going to replace me? And that's their problem.
And when you see your mate Fofana, basically he decides, okay, I don't want to train and I can get my move. These guys are thinking the same
Yeah.
thing. Okay, what's stopping me from doing the same thing? Down tools, I'm out.
it's like Ajax all over again, isn't it?
I think they need to cut the wound from the source. Brendan Rodgers, I think, is an underrated man. I think he's getting a lot of stick right now. And
Yeah.
people say he's a
very
choker.
good coach.
won them
Yeah.
at FA Cup as well.
People say he's a choker, right? And I think he is. But at the same time, you have to give him credit for getting Leicester to where
So
they
they had
got
to play the
last year.
community
FA Cup.
And the community showed after.
Yeah.
Yeah, they beat City, yeah. But like he's a choker, I agree with that. But you also have to give him credit for getting Leicester to where they were. Like not many managers could get that team to where they were. But I think they've heard
He's
enough
running
from him.
close,
Yeah,
man. It's just,
every manager has a lifeline. I think they've gotten to a certain ceiling with him, and it's only down.
and then we can talk about a different manager that's doing very well.
Graham Potter, and you're looking at losing players. They've lost Kukurea,
and Bissouma.
Bissouma, and Neil Mopai. Like
Yeah,
I think their squad
the
costs
all
like
the backs,
99
and there's
million.
still like that shows like there's still
Graham
looking
Potter is one of the best managers in the league.
great. I agree.
for sure,
I've been singing
for
his
sure,
praises for a while
for
now.
sure.
You know what's mad?
I'm a Brighton fan. You know that.
You know.
Because of him.
They play some of the most
what's mad
entertaining.
Why is that all funny?
Because you are.
Brighton
tweeted,
announced
they
me.
tweeted,
They announced
yeah,
me.
they
I
tweeted.
tweeted it.
Someone asked me the other day, who are your top 3 most entertaining teams to watch in the league? I said City, I said Arsenal, and I said Brighton.
That was
Those are
my
three.
same
Yeah,
three
yeah.
last season.
And what's mad? Brighton, bro, you know what's crazy? Like they brought 3 players off the bench at 3-4, and it was Tariq Lamptey, good player.
Yep.
Billy Gilmore,
Yeah.
he's going to do well for them.
Yeah, that's a good signing
Yeah,
for
it's
them.
Very good. And bro, their team again, like I said, and that
Levi Colwill.
is stupendous guy from Villarreal.
It's too big,
And
yeah.
which
And Dennis Undav as well.
Just look at their a few of their attacking players. McAllister, the goals he scored this weekend,
He's a good
crazy.
player.
What's his name? The
Caicedo.
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 United were like dying for.
Trossard, the way-
Trossard, Gross, Solly March. They have
Finally.
Mwepu. They have such a good team.
But Welbeck is doing well.
Yeah.
But as Sharks used to say back in the days, they actually might finally be paying off.
Yeah.
They finally cashed out, bro.
Finally cashed in.
After 3 years.
They're finally cashed in.
fact, bro.
And yeah, Brighton, I think I've got good hopes for them this season. Graham Potter's the
Defo,
manager.
bro.
Do you think, you know how you said Newcastle's the dark horse to make top 6? Do you think Brighton's one of them?
No, I
Not
think
top
top
six,
6.
no.
No, I think the top 6 will be the
Top
big
six
ones.
is,
Yeah.
I think this year will be just the
But
conventional
what
top
West
six.
Ham have done the last few
Or
years?
Chelsea might drop out and Newcastle.
Yeah, what West Ham have done the last few years, I think Brighton can do that.
Yeah.
Like make 6th,
Yeah,
7th, 8th.
yeah.
They can make Conference League for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure. Let's go another 5-2 win. And Brentford beat Leeds 5-2.
Locals.
Ivan Toney got the hat trick. And what a hat trick that was.
Oh, beautiful.
That free kick.
Drogba-esque, bro.
Crazy.
Drogba-esque.
Ivan Toney.
That's our boy.
And you know,
That's our boy.
you know,
That's the second hat trick of 2022.
you know the Chelsea fans saying,
To what second
bring
hat-trick?
Ivan
His
Toney to
second
my
hat-trick.
club.
His
Aubameyang though, yeah.
only 3 players in the Premier League have scored more than one hat trick in 2022.
And he's one.
And Ivan Toney, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Haaland.
Haaland did back-to-back games.
Already.
Haaland's just been there for 6
Yeah,
games.
yeah. So I'm saying they're the only 3 that scored 2 hat tricks in 2022. It's the second hat trick this year.
You know what? You know how Chelsea signed
Callister
Aubameyang?
got robbed.
Solskjaer signed Ivan Toney. If Chelsea had Ivan Toney right now, we would be saying, you know what? Could they finish top 4?
United, the
Most
same
likely.
thing. I would love him at Man United.
I wanted them Arsenal, obviously. I'm happy with Jesus.
Jesus
Said Jesus is better.
I
Like,
remember,
Alright.
I remember when you said it like a while ago. You got.
I got cooked. So early last season, obviously, we did like a video where one team, thank you very much, player every team should sign or under a team. And I was rallying for Ivan Toney. I was saying Ivan Toney, top striker.
Yeah.
I listed what he's good at, everything, all that stuff. Star player next to me.
Yeah.
I think he owed me an apology.
Okay, he's adjusting his mind.
You were laughing at me. You were mocking me. When I listed, I watched the video back recently. When I listed what he's good at, you looked at me and went, "Fairs." Like you took the piss kind of. So obviously, I just want to hear what you think about Ivan now.
No, Ivan's a very good striker.
You weren't saying that when last season.
Yeah, because I didn't think Thomas Frank was that good. And I give Thomas Frank big praise.
That's
He lost
why I would do right
Ericsson.
there.
And I think, and like you said, it could have been because it's Ivan Toney's first season in the Prem. He had to adjust to it, and then
He
now
still got double
he's
digits
flying.
last season.
That's what I say. It's like Ollie Watkins the year before.
Danish.
This should be your boys, but Damsgaard, Thomas Frank.
Literally.
Has Damsgaard played?
Norsgaard.
Brentford's your team
as well.
Brentford's your team, man.
Janssen as well.
Yeah, and Ericsson last year.
That's your team.
That's Swedish, no?
Huh? Janssen? No, Danish.
He might be Swedish, bro. I can't
Pontus
lie. That might be a
Janssen.
howler.
Janssen, no, the midfield. Janssen, the midfield.
Oh,
Ryan Jensen.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I like that he switched up. I like the way he switched up.
Yeah, we all thought we were talking Pontus. Pontus is Swedish.
No,
Yeah,
he's
Janssen is
Swedish. I don't know,
Danish,
Janssen.
yeah.
He said Jansen.
Like-
Jensen.
Jensen too.
So I was like,
Janssen.
But yeah, that's what Brentford. Obviously, Ivan Toney stole the show. But I think he was the player of the weekend.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I agree.
He's the star of the weekend.
everyone had him
What
on
was your
FPL,
favorite
right?
goal though?
And I had him on FPL.
Everyone's had him at FPL, no?
I don't have him,
No.
bro. I got Jesus,
Why would
Kane, and
everyone have
Haaland.
Just me, you.
Yeah, you're the same. Say,
FPL is
I
dead these
cashed
days,
out.
bro. Everyone has the same team these
Yeah,
days.
exactly. But it's all about who you captain at what point.
What's your favorite goal, though?
What's my
The chip or the
favorite
free
goal
kick?
of his? Why not mention the penalty?
Hey, you got
He's the best penalty taker in the Prem.
He might be the best penalty taker in the world.
Might be, yeah,
at the
right
moment.
now.
Yeah.
Hurricane
Don't give that look. He hasn't missed. I
Gonna
can't
say
remember
name.
last since the championship. Since the championship, still not
Yeah,
missed.
bro.
2-3
He's the
years.
best penalty taker in the world.
One of
Statistically,
Statistically, yeah,
What,
he's not
how many pens has he
He's
made?
probably
He
like,
always
he's probably
takes
like
it.
20 in a row
He
right
always
now.
takes
You know who I think is the best penalty taker?
Who?
I actually think, no, he's not the best. Up there, Neymar.
I knew you were gonna say Neymar. No, I think Ivan Toney's 18 out of 18. I think that's
Yeah,
his
that's what
record.
he said.
For me as well. For me,
Last 18 scored all of them.
Olivier Giroud, I think he's one of the best penalty takers.
I'm
Does he
trying to
still
think
take
of
them
any-
now?
Hold on,
Yeah.
What penalty has he ever taken?
Well, Arsenal, he took penalties here and there.
But
it's
but
fine,
okay,
okay.
but go to that.
Ivan Toney, what was my favorite goal?
That free kick
The
was
free kick.
free
Obviously,
kick.
his
power.
last goal was very impressive as
Yeah.
well to keep the
But
cool
bro,
head.
when a
not make the
goalkeeper
play.
doesn't even move,
I love
that's,
it.
that's
You know,
it's
yeah.
beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
hype, but
yeah, yeah.
forget
Be the
it.
free kick, man. Go on.
But the most vibey player on that Brentford team is Wissa, bro. That Wissa.
No, Johan Wissa always scores after the 88th minute. You know, I swear, I don't think he scored a single goal for Brentford before the 8th in normal time. He comes on with a bold head, scores in that injury time. I love him.
The thing,
I want him at
He does a
Arsenal.
sick celebration as well.
I love him.
And it goes
You know,
home.
he lives life. He lives a good life.
This night, bro.
He chills, goes to Premier League stadiums, big games, comes on, scores a goal. Like, I love him. He's amazing. That's a good pick. Yo,
I like Fingers as well. Did you see Fingers go to that game as well? Sinistera. I
he's
think he
so
took
good.
it.
He's
He
so
looks
good.
very
Yeah,
good,
he's
man.
so
What a goal. Yeah, his goal was very good as well.
Do you think he'll have a better season than Anthony?
I know that's the comparison everyone's making.
That's
'cause
a
he
lot
had
of people
more
say
goal
that.
contributions
last
than Anthony
season,
in there.
last season, yeah.
I don't know.
But I think now with Rodrigo being injured for like a couple of games, he might get
he's a good
more
player. He looks a player.
more role. So yeah, I think so. Why not?
All right, let's go over to North London. Spurs playing against Fulham, a London derby. They won 2-1. Harry Kane scored again. Mitrovic scored again. What's he on like? Everyone's talking about Haaland, of course, but Mitrovic has an impressive record as well. I think like 5 or 6 goals already.
6 goals.
6 goals in 6 games.
Fulham as well, man.
Fulham.
He's
But-
brought his form from Championship. He said, F
Mitrovic
this.
has not even just he's battered the championship allegations, bro. He's
He's-
no
yeah.
longer the
Proper.
championship R9.
proper. But even that, his goal was good,
Hoi,
well
hoi.
taken. But Romero just defeated himself.
he
way too.
bullied Romero.
Bullied him,
Yeah.
but it was too easy though. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't the Romero like the aggressive Romero like
But
Spurs fans.
you can't be aggressive with
Spurs
Everyone's a
Mitrovic, bro.
gangster until
You
a
can't be
gangster walks in.
Literally.
Exactly, bro. You can't be aggressive with Mitrovic.
But
Will
you know
bully
what?
you, bro.
Finish
Facts.
too.
We
He'll
know-
put you in the spot.
If I'm Spurs, I start the season. I've been so poor so far. Like, if we remember, Son is not scoring,
Yeah.
but I'm still winning games.
Yeah.
That's
So
gotta be promising.
imagine the moment Son start banging up.
Apparently, Son's had 16 shots in 6 games, no goals.
And he's like an efficient finisher.
He is a
too.
very
He's one of the
efficient,
best
yeah.
finishers
Both
in the
feet,
league.
yeah. So what's going
But
on?
their
there?
biggest X factor, in my opinion, so far, Kane's been good. Everything. Richarlison.
Richarlison,
I
I
knew you
knew
were gonna
that.
say
He
that.
was
He was their best
Richarlison-
player this weekend, actually. He was their best player this weekend.
Richarlison needs to start, bro. I don't
Who'd
care
you
if
drop?
that's Kulu or Son. He needs to start somehow. You know, if I was Conte, bench Son. Make a big statement.
I don't know, bro.
Make a big
That's
statement.
not, but that's not a
but
statement that
Son's
needs to
got
be
a whole
made,
country
bro.
watching.
That's the statement.
But it's not a statement that needs to be
country.
made.
K-pop
The whole region.
Whole region, yeah.
Oh, that
Or
region.
continent, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
No, but the thing is, it's not a statement that needs
No,
to
no,
be
not
made yet,
continent.
bro.
No, we don't care about him.
Ah, fair.
We don't-
Damn.
we don't care about
But
him.
it's not a statement that needs to be made, bro. They're like you said, they're what, 3rd place? They're playing City this weekend. That's a huge test. For them.
And Son loves a goal
Yeah, he
against
loves
City.
a goal.
Last
You know what, hot
season,
take?
It's Pep's reckoning, bro.
Hot take.
Hot take. Spurs are not going to lose this game.
City. Well, they did double last season over them.
They're not going to lose this game. They're either going to draw or
Hot take. Haaland hat trick.
That is a hot take.
Yeah,
If Haaland scores a hat trick against Antonio Conte's Spurs team, I'm retweeting that video. I'll repost it myself.
That's why I made it. Just like it can
That's
keep
crazy,
living on every
bro.
time he does madness. I'm just keep posting it.
Yo.
Remember when I said this?
He might be the greatest goal scorer of all time if he scores
Yeah,
against
forget
Conte.
Premier League of all time.
better than R9.
We gotta remake that video from last week.
Oh,
bro,
okay,
honestly.
imagine. I'm trying to keep it, just upload the same video. Like
Yeah.
that's it.
different.
Yeah, so Spurs. Yeah, Spurs. They seem to dominate the game. Lenglet played well.
Langley play. I didn't watch the game.
Yeah, Lenglet, but they're singing his praises. Spurs fans, if you're a Spurs fan, let us know what you thought of Lenglet. Played
That's the
well.
thing with
Bentacle's been doing
Conte,
well as
right?
well. Bentacle.
Hey.
Faisal very clearly on SDS when Spurs. got
Basuma started as well,
Bentacle.
right?
You don't like Bentancur?
When they signed him, I said
He said he was a bum.
I
He
think
said he was a
he's gonna be
bum.
I like the signing for
At
Spurs.
Juve, he was a bum, bro. At
But this is the
Juve-
thing with Conte, right? I agree. At Juve, he was bad, but Conte, bro, there's not a manager on the planet better at elevating the ceilings
And
of
exactly,
of
and
bad
that's why.
players.
And that's why when Spurs signed Lenglet from Barcelona, Lenglet of Barcelona was
He's
trash.
trash. Period.
But so you know what? 3 at the back as a left centre back,
Conte system.
it could work. It could work.
I saw
And-
Conte win the league with Moses and Ashley Young.
Yep.
Moses and
You knew, yeah.
Alonso, and then Ashley Young and Darmian. There isn't a single manager in the world better at elevating the floor of bang average players and bringing them to title-winning levels than Antonio Conte. Does it every single time.
And that's why I think last season I said Conte's better than Tuchel, and everyone were like, "What? Why?"
It's not a ridiculous thing to say. I can't lie.
It's not crazy.
Yeah.
Now I look at it, it's not crazy.
Like I said, straight facts, mate.
They think you're crazy.
He's
But
trying to say first, bro.
yeah, they think but Spurs fans, Fulham fans, let us know what you think about your team's performance this weekend as we move on to. Oh, that's a good comeback. Forest vs Bournemouth. Bournemouth away from home came back from 2-0 down.
Dean
Was
Hendo.
Scott Parker the problem?
Good goals, yeah. Well,
Scott Parker was the problem still.
Bournemouth been doing well since he's gone.
Was it Dean Hendo conceded most goals in like the top
They
leagues?
gotta give my guy a
Saved
break,
most
though,
pens as
bro.
well. But come on.
It don't matter though.
Bro, they're scoring bangers against us. I don't know if you saw the goals this weekend.
Yeah.
Like Billings,
Bro,
goal.
and then Solanke scored a bike, and
Yeah.
then the last one is just a 1v1. It's a mistake.
1v1,
from the defender.
yeah.
So you know we'll take that, bro. We'll take that.
2-0 up, 3-0, 3-2 loss. Forest, but to be fair, Forest are doing well. To give me 2-0 up, obviously this is a championship game.
I don't know if they are
From
doing
last
well,
season.
bro. How many games have they won this year? I think they won 1 game this year.
Yeah.
And
West
West
Ham.
They lost to Spurs. They lost to City. They lost.
Yeah, they beat West Ham and drew to Everton.
and for you
And
to
lost their
sign
last 3 in a row.
And
But
this
the
is
last 3 were Spurs and City and Bournemouth.
and for you to sign
Bournemouth is the one you
19,
gotta
Yeah,
win at
Bournemouth,
home.
but they
Yeah.
beat West Ham and
Yeah.
they
It
drew
was a
to
big win.
Everton.
and
Yeah,
for,
yeah.
and for you to sign 19 players and not
20.
even
No, 19.
22 now. It's 22 now. I think.
22.
22.
No, maybe it's 21 because Batshuayi didn't go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
for you to sign 22
You
players.
expect them to beat Spurs and City.
I'm not saying that.
It's just a Bournemouth game.
I'm not saying,
But
but
the Bournemouth game, they were 2-0 up.
Here's my issue.
They were
with
2-0
21.
up. Obviously, then things happen, but they were 2-0 up.
and
You
then
have to win that game.
and then for you have to win
They
that
didn't
game.
put it to bed. I know, but I'm
And for you
saying
to
it.
concede 3 goals against a team who just
Yeah,
sacked
but
their
those
manager.
freak things that happened to Dortmund recently. Like on
It's
another day,
different,
they
it's
would have.
different, it's
They would have. Except those screamers.
Yeah.
Another day, Bournemouth wouldn't have scored those 3 goals.
Do
So
you
you got to
guys
give them some
think
sort of
though,
credit.
Forest, bro? Like I remember Fulham a few years ago when they bought
Everyone.
the small guy who was linked to
Michel,
Barca.
Sari.
Sari, and they were
Sari.
Sari was one of them. And they bought all these great players, and like they made like 10 signings in one window, and everyone's like they're gonna finish 10th. I think they finished bottom.
Yeah.
Do you think with Forest there might be a case of like this is a completely different team now to the one that got brought up? It's gonna take a long time for them to gel.
But apparently,
think-
is it true that one of them is that all the players they had last season went back to their respective clubs? Because I think they loaned a lot of players last season.
Yeah, well, like James Garner, Jess Spence, a few
Like,
others.
That's kind of my point though. Do you think that it just might be too much of an adaptation?
Way
period?
too
Like,
much,
It's a
yeah.
brand new team. It's the coach has never coached any
Yeah,
of
it's
these
always
guys.
mad though. It's like when teams get promoted, like you celebrate the promotion, but then
Yeah.
most of them aren't playing in the
Yeah.
Premier League next
Yeah.
season.
But not Forest. I feel like they came into when they win the championship. I didn't think they anticipate to come up.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But obviously they had a great run, had a great team, whatever. And like you said,
Playoff
that's where the
run,
loan
yeah.
system, because they probably just bought these players, brought them on loan. Let's try to get to the playoffs, see what happens.
Briefly
And
on Bournemouth as well, compared to the two of those teams, 3 of the new promoted teams, who do you think will do the best out of the 3? So far, Fulham have been doing
Fulham,
well.
Yeah,
Fulham.
They've got an
Marcus Silva,
identity.
they got Marcus
They
Silva.
got
That's a good
identity,
coach,
man.
Okay, not Forest and Bournemouth.
Forest.
I see Forest and Bournemouth.
Forest.
Bournemouth are really bad, man.
Bournemouth finishing 20th, bro. They're going down.
Bournemouth, before they fired Parker even in preseason said the team that we got promoted with is the team that we have right now in the Premier League is worse than the one that got promoted. Like, it's a worse team.
It's worse, yeah.
They made 3 signings and Forest made 22.
Yeah, it's
On paper, it's
That's
an
why I lost his job.
I'm taking a no.
Forest is a big club.
I'm
though.
taking a no
I
on
hope they
Fulham.
stay
I predict them to finish to go down.
Both of them.
Fulham, just Fulham. No, Fulham and Bournemouth. But Bournemouth's going down. I don't mind that. But Fulham, I played in to
Yeah,
finish.
they've got an identity with Mitrovic.
Yeah,
we,
with them-
as
with them,
we all
I
predict.
don't think
What are you
they're going
saying? Fulham are going down.
No. I
not
took
going down.
I took an L by saying
You
they
said
will
they
go
will
down.
go down.
No, but
Which I don't think.
which we always looked at it as Mitrovic in the Championship Championship striker compared to Prem. He's finally proven it in the Prem this early though.
Who's
isn't it?
better, Mitrovic or Ivan Toney?
Ivan Toney.
I'm an Ivan Toney.
I'm Ivan Toney, but not by much. Mitrovic,
not by
Mitrovic's
much
a
at all.
bad
Ivan
man.
Toney, yeah.
Not by much at all.
Yeah.
Not much at all.
Nah, scary.
But that's one chance.
You didn't answer. Don't say that. That's scary. You tried to come in.
That's not what I asked.
Yeah.
Okay,
You can say you're a Mitro guy.
Mitro.
I know you're a Mitro guy. Yeah.
But that's
The only reason I look at, if I'm a defender, I'm more scared to play against Mitro.
But who can hurt you in more ways? Ivan
I know Ivan Toney, that's the way he can.
Ivan Toney can go on left wing, come back cutting,
Be
beat
a
a
great
man.
playmaker. Yeah, Ivan Toney.
Mitro, I've never.
there was one
You know,
chance.
Mitro gives me. It sounds crazy, bro. He gives me that Haaland fear factor when you play against.
He's like a.
But he doesn't have that athleticism as well. Like
Tesco. What do you guys call it? Tesco's Haaland. That's
Yeah,
what he
that's
is.
what I'm saying. He doesn't have that athleticism of him.
No, but as in like,
Yeah,
bro,
actually,
when I was
that's bad. He doesn't give you the Haaland.
no, I know. As in the fear, no, the Haaland fit in terms of like Haaland can. obviously-
You know that?
No,
you know that
I
Haaland
tried to help him. I was
No,
like,
no, no.
That goal he
I'm
scored this weekend reminded me of Benzema. I can't even lie.
he gives me more Benzema vibes.
not saying.
gives
I'm
him more
not
Benzema
saying. I'm
vibes.
not. But you guys are not hearing me. I'm not saying he plays like Haaland.
No, I know
I'm saying he
exactly.
gives me that fear factor that Haaland has.
And Liverpool had a chance where Trent crossed and Darwin Núñez, bro, above him and then headed it somewhere. If that was Mitrovic,
Yeah.
go straight go.
Shaq
Let's
right
go on to
there.
the last game, the final game. Another 0-0, but it was a lot of.
I didn't watch that game.
Yeah, I didn't watch the game. But it was Newcastle Palace.
Can I,
43 shots in that game.
Newcastle Palace. Who did Southampton play? I want to shout out to one player.
Oh, we didn't touch that.
Dozy.
Oh, I didn't even touch on that game.
Oh.
It was Wolves versus Southampton. Podent scored.
He is. I saw some clips of his touches.
The kid from Southampton.
For City,
Baller.
ball.
Lavia,
Baller.
right? Yeah.
No, not Lavia.
Dozy, the guy that signed for Man
Dozy.
City.
Dozy is good too. Yeah.
Him. Baller.
Yeah, I didn't even talk on that game, but yeah, that's another one. Wolves won 1-0.
Baller.
Finally.
Watch it, yeah.
And apparently Chelsea tried to offer Lavia like
50 mil.
50 million.
Did you see
Football is crazy.
the what do you call it? Wolves' new striker tore his ACL first game.
Yeah, Kaladzic or whatever. his name is.
Kalajic, the striker that
First
signed
game
from Germany,
towards ACL.
tore his ACL.
So they're
No,
looking
they're
at
looking
getting
at
Never-
Diego
no
Costa.
design Costa.
Diego Costa.
I
Towards his
hope, bro.
first
Diego
game.
Costa.
I wanna
first
see
game he
the
plays
return.
against Spurs. I want to see him play against Conte,
Chelsea.
bro.
I wanna
I
see
need to see him
against
against
Chelsea.
Conte. He
yeah.
needs to crash it on Conte, bro. Revenge, bro.
When the Premier League misses Diego Costa, man.
Oh, come on, bro.
You need
I
him
love
back.
it, man.
That's the,
But
that's the ultimate character.
the Newcastle Palace game quickly. Did anyone manage to watch that game?
No.
I saw clips of it. There's another huge VAR call
Yeah,
from
there was.
that.
There
Yeah.
was.
And per masterclass as well. Apparently,
43 shots in that game. Obviously, I didn't watch much of that game. I didn't watch that game. I was away. I didn't get to see it. But from what I saw, like there's a lot of attempts. There was a controversy there as well. Keepers both did well. But yeah, let us know if you guys are Newcastle fans or Palace fans. Let us know about that game, what you think. Both teams seems to be doing all right at the moment.
Newcastle have one win all season.
Yeah, they
have
both have one win.
all season.
They got
I
4
feel like
draws.
Newcastle were doing well
They
this
got
season.
4 draws. That's why.
It seems like they're doing well because after the City draw, the Liverpool draw, I thought they had more wins than that.
Yeah.
but out of the 4 draws, they should have
They
won.
lost to
I think they should have won at least 2 of them or 3 of them.
Yeah,
They
Newcastle
lost to
will be
Liverpool.
fine.
Sorry, they
Yeah.
didn't even draw to Liverpool. They lost to
Fam
Liverpool.
Cavani was like 4th
Yeah.
minute goal. It should have been a draw.
They've been missing Bruno Guimaraes for most of the season.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and St. Maximin didn't
St.
play.
Maximin
I don't know if he played against Palace.
Been out of a couple.
But we're gonna end the Premier League roundup there. Pretty long one today, but let us know if you guys want to see more of them every week. Obviously, there's double game week, so it's hard to cover the midweek games. But leave the comments below on your team. What you're thinking about your team right now? If you're happy with how it's going, if you're not, leave your paragraphs. I want to read them all and get back to you guys. But see you guys next time.